Hey guys, Nashi here. Just got some awesome repros in the mail and I wanted to share them with you. One thing I've been getting into since I moved to Texas and a little bit before was reproduction games. There's been many awesome games. There's been people that put a lot of, they have a passion for a game and they just put a lot of love and effort and, do things like, this is Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, but it's Parallel Worlds Edition. Which just completely remakes the game. And then you have Wisdom of the Goddess. Those are two of the more popular Legend of Zelda Link to the Past remakes on Super Nintendo. Just beautiful carts and these things. So it's a very much an artist thing. You got different Super Nintendo ones like Chrono Trigger, Crimson Echoes. In the Super Spice Bros video that we did, I talked about Chrono Trigger Shalia Edition from Squirrels Custom Games. So I'll link him again. He does amazing work. And then you have, even like the Dreamcast. Dreamcast had some repros. This was released a few years ago, way past the Dreamcast life cycle. And this is Pure Solar. It actually came out in, they actually made a Japanese version. That's the North American version. Then it was released in the PAL regions also. So, it's awesome that people are making new games or changing some of the older games to make just really awesome things. Now, there's also games that were released in Japan but never released here that they remade games for. And then some of them were really poorly translated from the Japanese version, or was censored, like here's Earthbound Uncut. So this basically is the uncensored version of Earthbound, which has been properly translated. So there's awesome repros like that. Then games that we never got here, but we got this one, Clock Tower. This was released on the PlayStation 1. It was never released on Super Nintendo here. So someone actually translated it, put it on a Super Nintendo cart. Star Ocean, basically same story. And then you have people that will there's a ton of Super Mario World repros, and they just fan hacks of different levels. It's Super Mario Maker before Super Mario Maker. It's people made all these awesome levels, overworld, put them on a cart. It's just, they're just showing their passion and love for the games. Like, this is my favorite Zelda game. This is my favorite Mario game, and I just absolutely love playing that style of Mario with newer levels. So that, there's awesome things like that. And I just wanted to share. So I talked a lot about the Super Nintendo there, and let me share one of my recent repros that I got. I'm completely floored with the quality of this one. So let me grab that real quick. There's a guy on Instagram called Retro Gamer Dad. He does amazing repros. He has a real great passion for it, and it really shows with the quality of his work. So the edition that I just got Final Fantasy V. So we never actually got this in the United States on the Super Nintendo, just on the Super Nintendo. They did later release it on the Final Fantasy Anthology. On the PlayStation, this came with Final Fantasy III, which is Final Fantasy VI in Japan, which they actually label it here correctly, Final Fantasy VI. And then they also, released it on a Game Boy Advance card. I thought I had the Game Boy Advance card, but I don't actually have it. I have to go find that one. So I got all the other ones complete in box. But let me just open this up and show you the great detail of this. I'll take some closer pictures of this, so you'll see it right over here. So let me open this up. Gotta be careful because I want to keep this thing very mint. I plan on playing this, so it does not bug me that I'm opening it. And then of course it didn't come sealed at all. It just came in a Retro Collector box. So first thing is, I don't know if he did this or found someone else who did it, but it says an RGB release on the back, but it's a full color manual. You have absolutely breathtaking art in here. Here's Bartz and Lena. It's just like a manual. I'll show some more pictures of this, but you know, you have some maps in here, and you don't get this anymore in newer games. Just having a manual is just wow. Though you did get a manual with every single, you know, Super Nintendo game. And here's the cart. It's just a classic gray cart, Final Fantasy V. It's just pretty awesome. I love this. It's just such great quality in here. So that's the first one I just received in the mail actually last night. So let me go ahead and put this to the side and talk about the next one. Alright, you Sega Genesis lovers out there. There's a lot of Sega Genesis Repro makers out there also. So I got this one from Squirrels Custom Games. This is Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon. I'm not too familiar with the Sailor Moon games, if this was a Japanese exclusive and translated, or it was just a complete fan hack of a game. I bought this, maybe my wife could play. She loves Sailor Moon. So I did pick up that a while ago. And then there's also, you know, games like, oh, they put Kirby in a Sonic game, Sonic the Hedgehog, but you play as Kirby and you float along. You know, they hack the engine to be able to do that. And then there's one thing, if you love Streets of Rage, there is a ton of Streets of Rage hacks. So there's Streets of Rage 2, but you play with the Simpsons characters. Another one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Streets of Rage 2. Basically, they just change up the weapons that you could use, and then also the character art, the sprites for the characters. And then you have Sonic the Hedgehog in Streets of Rage 3. So you could find some really cool repros like that, where they just, you know, fans just hack in, they put their own sprites into a game and put them on a cart, so you could play on real hardware. So the game that I just recently picked up was Line Greaser 2, which this one actually never came to the United States. This is a fan translated game and put on cart. You know, this one only has, you know, the cover. It did not come with a booklet, but it came with the game and a clamshell, which is pretty awesome. So I do look forward to playing this. I haven't tried it yet. Just got so much of a backlog right now, but Sega Genesis fans, they got you covered too with repros. And my next repro that I'm pretty excited about. So there is Nintendo Entertainment System repros. So the one I just got from Techmoon is Deadpool, which is kind of this reminds me of this is a Ninja Gaiden. You could tell from the box art this is a Ninja Gaiden game, but it's all new levels, everything. They probably just used the engine for it, but it's all Deadpool, and he's as big as smartass as ever in here. Breaks the whole third wall in there also. And let's take a look at this game. So what do we got here? This is a very thick box. There's a lot into this. Okay. So, Deadpool. Ha! They actually have the styrofoam on the bottom of it. Remember that when you pull a Nintendo, old Nintendo game and it has the styrofoam on the bottom to keep the cart, and because your menu is usually bigger sometimes, or you're like a map or anything. But it comes in a sleeve, and you have red cart Deadpool. Caution: do not store in extreme temperatures. Do not immerse in water. Do not clean with benzene, thinner, alcohol, or other such solvents. Techmoon. And then, let's see here. It's pretty awesome. I love the red cards. I love it when they actually do color cards, so you know it's not a real game. It's never going to try to be a real game. So we have a Deadpool comic. Yeah, full comic. Techmoon in the back. I'll take some pictures of this. This is cool. And then we got, looks like a poster. Be careful. Deadpool playing his own game. How awesome is that? Got some pizza, some beer. Deadpool is just one of the best Marvel characters. It's hysterical. Love it. So I guess the real manual doesn't have a real manual. It just has a bunch of posters and the comic book, which is still really awesome. Here's your Deadpool poster, and he's got his chimichanga in hand. So, an explosive burrito. The fight of my life. So, I'll try to take a better picture of this. It's going to be kind of hard because I don't want to uncrease it because I want to keep it in the box and keep it safe. So that was just another awesome reproduction game that I got. And I'll put a link to Techmoon. I believe they only sold this on a Facebook page. I would have to look at that. But yeah, so those are just some repros. I don't know who made the Langreaser, by the way, so I won't link that. I bought this from Retribution Games down in Fort Worth. So, anyways, you guys take care, and yeah, check out Retro Game Dad. I'm having another game shipped to me. Should be here in the next few weeks, which I'm really, really excited about too. It's one of my favorite franchises. So you guys might guess which franchise that is. So, anyways, talk to you guys later.